Last week in camp, you'll be paid your 33k in cash. The price would be like times 10, because I feel like these people actually slash this money, slash the costs of the prices of these courses for youth corpers to be able to afford them. If you want to exempt yourselves from the drills, I suggest that you get a medical report from a general hospital, and that room you're going to have to maybe share with like 15 to 20 other people. It's that big of a room. Economy is not even helping matters, so if you can afford to work it out,
yes,
back to my YouTube channel. My name is Trinity for this video that I just joined us. But if you're just joining us for the first time, please don't make it your last time by subscribing to my YouTube channel, turning on post notification, and of course giving this video a thumbs up. But then, if it's not your first time, welcome back. You have a special place in my heart. Welcome back. But anyway, today I put up a question tag on Instagram, and I asked people to just ask me their NYC survival questions. Now, I did get a lot of funny questions, and I did get in-camp questions, and I did get off-camp questions. So what I decided to do is to start answering from the in-camp questions, and then we build momentum to answer till we get to the off-camp questions. So the questions aren't really a lot, so I think that I should be able to cover all. It's not going to need a 2 episode question tag. So I feel like I should be able to cover all of the questions in this particular video, but then if I'm not able to, I might have to break it into 2. But either way, let's just get right into the video. Yes, NYC is necessary if you hope to have if you hope to work in the Nigerian political space, if you hope to work in the Nigerian corporate space. NYC is actually necessary. It's almost like a proof that you went through the 4 walls of tertiary institutions. Countless number of times we've seen where ministers are being dragged like Tiger Jen, requesting, more like accusing them of not having NYC discharge certificates or NYC letter of exemption. They are both the same thing. You only get an NYC letter of exemption if you're above the age of 30. So yeah, once you're above the age of 30, you can't serve. What you're going to be getting is the NYC letter of exemption. So yes, NYC is actually necessary. We've seen kids that are born in Nigeria, or kids that are from Nigeria, school outside the country, and then still come back to do that 1-year mandatory service. That's how important it is. It is important. That's why you're going for NYC. The dues are necessary, except you have a health certificate proving that okay, you cannot partake in rigorous physical activities. You have a certificate that has been signed from a general hospital. That is the only way you can be exempted from most of the drills. Anyway, most of the drills, cause some soldiers actually have coconut head until they see someone faint before they realize that this person was not actually lying. So if you want to exempt yourselves from the drills, I suggest that you get a medical report from a general hospital, signed by a doctor, to show that okay, this is what's wrong with me, this is why I can't partake in rigorous activities. And also you could also tell them, some of those NYC, your platoon officer, your drill officer too, you could also let them know that I have a health challenge, or this is what's wrong with me, I'm not going to be able to partake in most of the drill. So yeah, let me just give you a typical scenario. You'll be given a room, and that room you're going to have to maybe share with 15 to 20 other people. It's that big of a room. You're going to have a bunk. So basically your box is going to be under your bed. Now your box won't be moved, your box won't disappear, your box can't disappear, but the content of your box definitely can disappear. So what I would suggest to do is you get a padlock, and you make sure you never lose sight of your key, no matter the big goal, no matter how in a rush you are going to be, because you will definitely be in a rush once or twice or 3 times or almost every time you're in camp. Make sure that you do not leave the hostel without locking your box. Is that important? When I mean locking your box, I mean locking it with key and padlock. So whatever you do, your box won't miraculously disappear, but your contents of your box can disappear. And if you're washing to reduce the way, I thought about where all my belongings will be going. So I did give most of my laundries, even almost all except my underwears, of course, most of my laundries I give them to calm dry cleaner. There will be a lot of them. I just chose one that I kept using till I finished. So my shorts, every time I changed, I just gave it to him to wear. So I just knew that okay, I'm not thinking about hanging my clothes here and then going for drill or going for Said and coming back and not see one of my white or not see one of my shorts or not see my canvas in the entirety. So yes, it may work for you, it may not work for you if you don't have the money. They weren't that expensive anyway. Dry cleaners weren't that expensive. So yes, that was exactly what I did. I hope that I've answered that question. Now the truth is, it's not about how much cash, it's about how much you can manage yourself. Now you're going to go there. Once you go there, you're going to see the state of the camp food. If it's something that you can stomach, you just necessarily like need a little bit of money to get a lot of water, because you're going to be drinking a lot of water. You're just going to need a few snack money. But if you're not going to be eating camp food at all, well, you're going to feed yourself for 3 weeks. So I don't know, you're going to probably calculate how much you're going to need to feed yourself for 3 weeks and then do the math. So that's it. If you're growth, what I usually advise is just go with money, because you're going to photocopy, you're going to adjust khaki, and funny enough, adjusting khaki in camp it's so expensive. You'd want to adjust your trouser khaki and you'll be hearing 2,500 and you'll be hearing 3,000. It's actually real. It's real. It's real. You're going to do a lot of photocopy, you're going to do a lot of adjustments. So just go with money. Just go with money and have someone that you can call should in case money finish, or you just manage yourself with the money in your pocket. They will pay bicycle allowance of 1/8. There's a bicycle allowance of 1/8, and then there's another one of how much? Jesus, it hasn't been that long. I've forgotten, but I know that you'll get. And then on the last week, towards your last week in camp, you'll be paid your 33k in cash. You'll be paid your 33k in cash. So yeah, that's it. Not going to have use for them, except you're going to be like going to church every Sunday. And how many times are you in church Sunday? Some camps won't even allow you wear MUFTI on Carnival Day. Some states won't even allow that. It's funny. Depending on the states you're going to, you will see a lot of funny rules, and you'd wish you didn't take a big box. Please don't take a big box. Try as much as possible to pack your things, cram your things into small. I saw people coming to camp with backpack, and really they survived. And at some point I actually did wish that I did come to camp with backpack, because it's less stressful moving around, and it's just, they don't pack a lot of things you're not going to need, except his provisions. Yes, your provisions. Extremely important. Extremely. I lie. It's not going to work. I don't know. There's no magic you're going to pull. You have to be regularized by JAM. Except, of course, it was JAM who gave you admission from your year one, like your first instance. It was JAM. If you know, I did this video like way back last year when I was saying mistakes that I made while I was in school, things that I wish I did while I was in school, was doing JAM regularization. So if you're still in your final year and you're watching this question, or you're still in your second year, or you just started school but it wasn't JAM that gave you admission, please make sure that you ensure that you do JAM regularization. It's very important, because getting that pin will take you ages. You would cry. I cried. There were lots of times I cried. I made unnecessary trips to and fro just and apply boom to JAM office just to sort out some of these issues. So please try as much as possible to get your JAM regularization pin, because without it, go anywhere. You're not going nowhere. Now, the truth about Nigeria is that there is no most profitable states and less profitable states to serve in. If you're going to any states without a plan, you will be frustrated. I promise you, you will be frustrated. Even if you're coming to Port Harcourt, you're going, if you're not going without a plan, you are going to be frustrated. When I mean plans, this is exactly what I mean. I mean money. I mean important knowledge about where it is exactly you want to serve, and a bit of just asking people. See, just come with a plan. That's the truth. Just come with a plan. Just know that, okay, I'm serving here, and if I'm serving, I want to serve here. And okay, fine, if you by some means have the means to, like, okay, you're miraculously, let me use the word miraculously, sent to this particular place you want to serve, and okay, you don't have the other miraculous ways of ensuring that you're being posted to a nice place to serve, you will cry. You'll be tears in my eyes, man. You will cry. You be oh my God, you will wept. So please go with the plan. Go with the plan. I mean, I've seen people message me, how is Port Harcourt? I want to come and serve in Port Harcourt. First questions I usually ask them: do you have a plan? Are you coming here because you feel that people are enjoying here, or you feel that we're being paid state salary, which I have never seen since I started service till now? or you just feel, well, there are a lot of companies here. Some of those companies, most of these companies are not even hiring. They don't even want youth corpers. Most of these companies are not even under NYSC scheme. So there are a lot of questions you need to ask. Ask these questions. Ask people these questions. Ask the right questions. Ask the right questions, and you would see that someone who is serving in NECESSARAR that has a plan will be living much more comfortable and be way much more comfortable than someone who is serving here or serving in Rio without a plan. That's the honest truth. I'm being honest right now. What do I think about ghosting? Now, I'm very skeptical about ghosting, and I'll tell you why. Ghosting, if you're ghosting, you need to have tangible reasons why you're ghosting. Here is what my idea of tangible reasons look like. You're married, you have a family to take care of, you have a business to run, you have a job that is paying you, and somehow serving is going to temper or hamper on your schedule and going to stress, or you have a project that you're pursuing, maybe educationally, something that you know that NYSC doesn't just fit at that moment. That's the only way I would advise that you go. But you just can't not have anything to do, really, not have anything to do and not ghost. And just ghost, and just ghost. And then possibly now you're ghosting and you probably have dreams and aspiration of working in the Nigerian corporate space. Okay, experience, you don't know what it means to work under pressure. You don't have any of those things. You just want to ghost and just have fun and just be like, NYC is stressful, I don't want to teach, I don't want to work in this organization, I just feel like that organization will stress me. But you don't have any other corporate experience. This is the chance of you getting a corporate experience so that you can include in your CV. And you say you want to ghost. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is the reason why I say that I'm skeptical about ghosting. If you're ghosting, there should be a reason why you're ghosting. You don't just ghost to catch fun 365 days a year because you just feel like, I want to be traveling. Please, I suggest, I'm really not a fan of ghosting, except of course it is extremely important. Yes, I know. If 33K is the only means of your survival during this 1 year, it has to be enough. Whatever you do, it has to be enough. But if you have other means that where you get small money from, of course 33K won't be enough. That's the only thing I can say. I can't say much again, except we want to talk about 33K, dissecting 33K. But the truth is, if 33K is like your only means of survival, it has to be enough. Or do you want to steal? It has to be enough. It really has to be enough. Or, but if you feel that, okay, I have other means, there are other means that I can actually touch this money, it's fine. Fine. Take courses there. Take different courses, online courses, physical courses. The thing is, if you go for CDS, you see some of these people that come to advertise courses and they give you at a cheaper rate. Please, if you can afford it, take it there, because by the time you go after NYC and you probably now realize the importance of those courses they came, you see that the price would be like times 10. Because I feel like these people actually slash this money, slash the costs of the prices of these courses for youth corpers to be able to afford them. So pay attention to when people come to talk about some of these courses. It will ask questions, especially if you're serving like a corporate environment. Talk to some of these older colleagues, ask them some of these minor courses you can begin to take. Believe me, they will tell you. Make plans to take these courses because you're going to need them. And then it's NYSC, so you can always get away with taking excuses. It's not like you're in a corporate environment, like you're earning like you're earning salary, and it's not something that you can just be fired. Now you can get away with a lot of excuses during NYSC, so take these courses, take time, use this course, this NYSC period to develop yourself, to enhance yourself. Because right here from where I'm sitting, adulthood doesn't really look funny anymore. It doesn't. I'm all of a sudden have to be matured. I have to know some certain things that I don't know yet. So I have to take some courses so I can know this thing. I have to have some certain certificates that I've never heard about in my life. So please put your ears on the ground and, oh yes, also have fun this NYC, please. Try as much as possible to go out, meet. I don't know how they go out and meet people, but I'm advising you that you do go out, meet people, have fun. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. My take. Come closer. Are you hearing me? if you can afford it, if you have the connection and you have the means, work it out. Yeah, now I can talk. NYC algorithm is rubbish. It's it's rubbish, and then there are a lot of insecurities in the country, and then the economy is not even helping matters. So if you can afford to work it out, please do. Work it out to where you have relatives. Work it out to where you feel like life will be easier. Work it out to where you can actually do something tangible with your 33k. Like something tangible with your 33k. Otherwise, you're going to see shaggy. We're paying bills. Have you heard the price of cotton? Do you know the price of window blind? We're paying bills, man. We're paying serious bills. And then you don't want to be taken to states where there are a lot of insecurities, where honestly, my love, if you can work it out comfortably, like work it out to somewhere you'll be comfortable, and you have a plan for working that place out. You have God's blessing, you have the entire universe blessing, and you have my blessings on top. The only NYC helpful tip that I'll tell you is to go into NYC with an open mind. Go for NYC with an open mind. You're going to see people that would annoy the heck out of you. You're going to meet people that want to help you. Your boss might probably be wicked. Your boss might not be wicked, but just go in with an open mind and just try to want to learn. Go in with an open mind to want to learn NYC, to learn a lot of things about NYC. I don't know, helpful tips for NYC. Go in with an open mind and strive to find ways to develop yourself. That's it. My NYC experience, I would say, is currently on like a 5.5 over 10. 5.5 over 10, meaning that I like where I'm working. I like where I'm working to an extent. I'm learning a lot about corporate environment, about working under pressure, about just working relationships. So I already did 5 over 10. I'm 5.5 over 10, and mostly because I haven't like got into the fun part of NYC. I'm still very scared to just go out and just say, okay, I want to go to, I stay at a greater, but I feel scared every time I want to go to somewhere like Irupoku or Rumokoro. The other day I had to go to bank at Rumokoro, so I was scared out of my wits because it was just exhausting. It wasn't a familiar environment, so I don't know. They said it can't get familiar until I want it to get familiar. So my NYC experience is like a 5.5 over 10. What I would have done differently is probably serve close to home, because yeah, I'm paying bills. I'm paying bills, and I can't just walk home to go and pick foodstuffs and come back. All my life, I've always done things far from home. Like I'm schooling far from home, and now I'm serving. I'm paying bills, man. I would have just gone to the house and just go and pick curtains and just come out. It's exhausting. It's exhausting, and it's not like I didn't come to serve with the plan. I did come to serve with the plan, but I just really wish I had made a more concise plan, or I had known some things that I knew like 3 weeks after I left camp or 4 weeks after I left camp. I wish I had known them before I went to camp. Some of these questions, I was just picking them randomly and answering, and I think I don't know how many minutes of filming that I have done, but at this point I'm going to have to want to sign out. Really, I have to sign out because my filming device is low and there are a lot of things that I want to do today. So if you feel that there are any questions I haven't answered, please put them in the comment section below, and we'll see if we can make another video out of it. But at this point, this video is coming to a beautiful end. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that some of these things that I have said, it will enter here and remain here, not enter here and come out to display, because they will be helpful.